Here you go.
Okay. I'm going to demonstrate how to make beautiful Christmas cookout. How to decorate beautiful Christmas cutout cookies using royal icing. So what I have here is royal icing in a pastry bag. And I'm using a number 2 tip. You can use a number 3 tip if you prefer. It'll come out a little bit faster. Or you can just use the bag and cut a hole in the tip of the bag, and you don't have to have the tips. So I do an outline of the shape, and now I'm going to go in and just kind of fill in the shape. I'm not going to be really worried about completely filling it in. We'll go back and fill in the gaps later. And I don't want a really thick layer of icing, so I tend to leave gaps so that we have more of the flavor of the cookie and less of the flavor of the icing. Filling this in. I'm going to come back in with my tip and just kind of rotate it, move the icing around. I'm not squeezing, I'm just kind of pushing the icing around. If it seems like I'm not going to have enough coverage, I'll add a little bit of icing. You can see this really is quite easy to do. Doesn't take a lot of time. The real trick here is getting the consistency of the royal icing correct. Filled in. Looks pretty even. It'll even, if you have any air bubbles, you can go back and pop those. Okay. I got a little air bubble here. I'm gonna just pop it with the Q-tip, with the toothpick. Toothpick is your friend here. So now we want to go back and decorate this Christmas tree. So I'm going to add a star to the top. So I'm going to start out by putting a little dot of yellow here. And then I want to add some garland. I'm going to use yellow for my garland as well. I'm just going to put 3 lines. And notice I'm putting this icing right on top of the wet icing. Didn't even let it dry. Eventually that icing is just going to dissolve right into the green. And you'll have a very one-dimensional cookie. If you want 2-dimensional, you need to let the first layer dry before you add the second. But that takes a lot of time. This is just easier. So now we can go in and we can make some patterns using a toothpick. This is really quite easy. Just drag the icing. I'm just going to drag the icing. And I'm going to make my star here at the top. I can wipe it. I could even make more. Sometimes I do 4. Sometimes I make more points on my star. And now I'm going to give some pattern in my garland. I think this looks really pretty. Just gonna drag that up and down. See how easy that is? Start going down, up, down, up. And you're done. A beautiful cookie.